listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast by Dr. T. Michael W. Halcomb, Dr. Frederick J. Long, Dr. Mario Melendez, Dr. Jennifer Noonan, and J. M. Smith. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I'm Michael Halcomb, and in this episode, we are thinking about how to build our vocabulary, in particular, our Greek vocabulary. So that makes this a Growcabulary episode on the Greek side of things. And in this episode, we're thinking about the Greek root kli, kappa lambda iota, kli. And so when we think about this root of the Greek word, mainly it's conveying the idea or ideas related to like leaning or inclining, right? So you can hear the kli and incline or recline, that kli in there, CLI in English. In Greek is kappa lambda iota, so it looks like a KLI. And so the root kli is going to appear all throughout Scripture, and every time it does, it carries some unique significance, but always usually tying back to that like leaning or inclining. So think about the Greek verb klino, for example, meaning to lean, to recline, to whatever. In Matthew 8:20, we see Jesus there. He's speaking about the Son of Man having nowhere to kli, right? The root kli, to recline, to lay his head. And so this idea of like taking a break from what he's doing, and so he's always like moving about, constant movement and whatnot. So you also see klinidion, which is a small bed or a small couch. He's that in John 5:8-9, and this is during that scene where you have the healing of the man at Bethsaida, and Jesus tells the man, pick up your mat and walk your klinidion, right, your mat. And so the kli root there is obviously signifying this literal place of rest or reclining. And in this case, the man will be healed. And so there's this like transition from kli, right, to walking. And that's pretty cool. Elsewhere, you might find things like klesis. Now, we can use this. This is when we talk about declensions, right? You can actually hear kli, right? That kli and declension, right? The idea klesis is the Greek word, means to often, like, it can mean to fall. So oristike and klesis. And we're actually talking about the indicative mood there. But in our English word inclination, we have klesis, kli, the root kli involved there. So you see it in Hebrews 11:9. And there, we're talking about a place of reclining. A tent even is associated with that. And so the kli root is very rich, and in that instance, in Hebrews, it can refer to like even a temporary dwelling. So these references to kli all throughout Scripture are pretty vivid images that paint this picture of leaning, lying down, reclining, incline, and so on and so forth. And let's just take a brief look at stepbible.org, and we'll type that in there and see what comes up. So here we go. If you're watching, you'll see this on the screen. If not, you'll be able to hear as well. So we're at stepbible.org. I've got my keyboard now set to Greek, and here we go. We'll type in kli and see what we get. So you see that we get several. We have klitos, that's a corner. Klino, that verb form, to bow or even to lay down. Kline, a bed. Klivanos, in Elvin, I don't know, maybe you lay something in there. Klimakter, a step. So let's just look at klino here. You can see our first instance is in Matthew 8:20. And this is, again, the vios to anthropu uk echiputen kefalen kline. Well, the Son of Humanity doesn't have a place where he can lay his head. So we talked about that earlier. and Luke 9:12, emer erxato cleaning, and so on and so forth. So remember, if you need a mnemonic device, that the CLI in recline, incline, decline is really KLI, or kappa lambda iota in Greek, and so it has to do with lying down, bowing, sleeping, and so on and so forth. All right, I'm going to stop there for this Growcabulary episode and say I hope that helps.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.